What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Masculine Energy. In this video, we're going to talk about I yelled at my ex. So I'm not laughing at you guys, but I kind of am, because I got a message from one of my viewers and he wants to keep it completely anonymous, and I totally understand why. But what he did was pretty fucking funny, and you guys can learn from this situation. So his girlfriend left him. She left him, from what I gathered, because he was complacent, but he also had very bad emotional self-control. He would get angry at the drop of a hat. He never really had a positive outlook on life. He would always be negative. He was not really a good partner, right? I'm looking at my email and I see, somebody messaged me at my Masculine Energy 27 Gmail, and I see like, help, I yelled at my ex, and I was like, oh, I gotta read this. So I look at it, and the situation basically boils down to they were apart for a few weeks and he started no contact, thinking that there was going to be a day where he could reach out. You know what I mean? Because people confuse what no contact means. They think no contact means like, I'm gonna stay no contact for 35 days, 60 days, 90 days. No contact means you do not contact them anymore. You have to have this stance because it makes you look the most attractive. And I tell people to have an open channel of communication, like maybe some social media, where they can see you living your full life, and they're going to see your stories. They're going to see you out having fun and doing things. Now, as long as they don't see that as any kind of manipulation, then bam, they're going to see that you're trying to live a better life. And then if they do reach out to you, you can make a date. Go from there. They were apart for 3 weeks, or about 3.5 weeks. And then his emotions get all riled up, like all you guys do when you guys are going through breakups. It's normal. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. You're going to have, thoughts of, I want to get over them and I'm really glad that they're gone, to I really miss them, especially late at night when you want to watch a movie or something like that. But especially when like the habits that you used to have together and the times of the day that you guys hung out and all that start creeping in. So anyway, what happened was he called. Actually, he didn't even call. I think he Snapchatted her at first, and he's like, hey, like, how you doing? Started off kind of like nonchalant and like, okay. Then she's like, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? She actually answered this guy, which was awesome, right? I thought that maybe it was going to go in a good direction, but obviously with the subject line of the goddamn email, I knew it wasn't going to go in the right way. He calls her up. I tell everybody when they go through breakup, just delete the ex phone number, because it's going to stop any temptations of you calling them and fucking up. So he called her, and you can only guess what the fuck he said to her. Let me give you a little bit more backstory before I get into the end of this story. She was out doing her thing. She broke up with him. She decided that she doesn't want to be part of this relationship anymore. He did no contact. She was probably starting to miss him a bit. She was out doing her thing. She was going out clubbing. She was going out with her friends. She probably, who the fuck knows what she was doing? It's none of his business at this point anymore, because he could have been doing whatever he wanted to do, right? So he calls her up. He sees all this stuff on social media, like on Instagram stories and shit like that. And he starts yelling at her, calling her names, calling her slut, calling her all kinds of shit. Meanwhile, I replied and I said to him, I said, dude, she could have been missing you. She could have been wanting to see you. She actually responded to you in a positive way. She didn't say like, what? Or like, what do you want? She said, hey, how are you? It's kind of early. Like 3 weeks, 4 weeks is really depends. Depends on how the relationship ended, how long you guys dated for. But anyway, kind of early. Maybe she wanted to get back together, but now he doesn't know. He has no idea, and this is why you need to have self-control. If somebody wants to go fuck around and do whatever they want when they're single and away from you, like after a breakup, that's their fucking choice. You can't stop that from happening. You can't control people, man. This is directed at you. You know who you are. You can't control people. What the fuck do you think is going to happen from this, dude? And like, I wrote back, but he doesn't know my tone. Like, I put caps lock on and started yelling. I was like, dude, like, and the thing is, and I told him, and this is what all you guys should do: put yourself in their shoes. No matter what she like if she cheated on you and does all, and fucked you over, and I know the kind of anger that brings on, then that's the best thing you can do is move on. It's the only thing you can do is move on, because that's the best way to get them to hurt if you want them to hurt, okay? As far as he knew, and as far as I know, she wasn't cheating on him. She just left. She was pretty honorable about it. I said to him, how would you feel if someone just called you up one day that you used to love and starts yelling at you, calling you names? And he writes back, obviously not good, but blah, 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 blah. He goes into some fucking excuse shit. I was like, no. I was like, bro, honestly, I was like, you can't yell at people. You can't do shit like that, especially to somebody who is an ex. They're just going to see you as a fucking crazy piece of shit now. I said, you just ruined any fucking chances of her coming back to you now. I was like, or you just dug yourself a really deep hole and you need to start fucking really, first you need to apologize. And maybe, you know, don't say anything for quite some time. Don't do that. I have a couple coaching students that have done that, thinking it's going to get you somewhere. It's not. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to help you to act like a child. Childish behaviors get childish results, okay? Don't fucking act like a child. You're an adult. This guy's in his 30s. Take that in. And I said, bro, you got some serious self-reflection to do because, man, you think that yelling at someone because you were upset. I said, when you're upset, go do something about your own emotions. I was like, you're going to feel it anyway, but there's certain things you can do to make yourself feel a little bit better. Go to the gym, start moving, right? Get some movement. Go to a sauna, go to therapy, do something. And this guy just thought that was normal to do. He must have seen it earlier in his life. I don't even know what she said to him because I don't think he really wanted to tell me, right? Because it's just kind of embarrassing. And I think he thought that I was going to be on his side, and I'm not. I'm like, no, dude, like, how the fuck would you feel if someone did that to you? And then I got into like asking him questions about himself and blah, blah, blah. And basically he hasn't been doing anything to improve himself since they started dating. I don't think he's ever been doing anything to improve himself, to be honest. I think he was just young and he was kind of in good shape and whatever. And some girl liked him and he just kind of thought that being, you know, stagnating through life was normal. I apologize for the phone. I'm done with this video. Don't do fucking stupid childish shit like that. It's not going to get you anywhere. It won't get you anywhere in relationships. It won't get you anywhere at your job. It won't get you anywhere at all. Unless you're like a coach like me, I can yell at you, but in the end, you'll thank me for it because you'll understand why and you'll see the outcome afterwards. I yell at my students sometimes. It's kind of fun. But in the end, it's because I give a fuck, right? If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this. So